Oh, hey everyone. Oh my god, I've been live for 20 seconds. I didn't even realize it. Hey everybody, happy Sunday. How is everyone doing? How are you guys feeling? As you're coming in, let me know how you're feeling, where you're from, what's going on with you. If you are new to my work, I am Abina Ansa, also known as BeenieTV. I've been on YouTube for 7 years. I have been meditating for about that long, and I am an intuitive and all of that good stuff. So during these Sunday sessions, I usually let God pick the topic and we go from there. And I just let God speak through me as we do our meditations, and it's basically just affirmations of love and encouragement around whatever we're talking about. So again, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for everyone that has been joining me over these past 5 weeks. Thank you for everyone that has been blessing me with divine donations. My Cash App and Venmo are BeenieTV. They are deeply appreciated. And thank you to everyone that asks me questions on Instagram, also at BeenieTV. I am your girl and I'm here for you. So thank you for all of that. And usually I just like to wait a few seconds or moments before we get into the actual meditation. So I really want to make sure my Wi-Fi is good. So yeah, who's in here? Let me know how you doing. What's going on? Okay, so today we are going to be discussing inner child healing. And I actually think I'm going to be doing this topic for the next 2 weeks or so. So, yeah, it's definitely an important topic and we definitely don't talk about it enough. As Sigmund Freud states, everything comes from our childhood. You know, you think that you're a certain way because of something else, when really it's like, no, it's your childhood. So, with inner child healing, it's really about going back to your earliest memory of your child self and kind of like letting the adult that you are today in your mind be the adult that you needed at that time in your life, especially if you went through something traumatic. There is nobody on this earth that is free from trauma. We are all just, at this point, we're all just adults of adults, and we can never like, what I'm coming to the conclusion is that acceptance and forgiveness are your best friends while you are doing inner child healing. Like if you're like me and you're going through your Saturn's return, and my Saturn is in Capricorn, so I'm dealing a lot with family and, you know, me and my own mom, and it has definitely been a journey of lots of tears. Hey Diamante, how are you today? It's definitely been a lot of tears, revelations, revealings, and God never gives you more than you can handle. So it's never a quick fix. None of this is a quick fix. You can't just watch me and be like, okay, I'm healed. You can't just meditate once and be like, I'm healed. No, it's all about you becoming the person that God has called you to be. But first you have to unlearn. First you have to go through the desert. First you got to drown a few times, honey, before you really become who you are meant to be. So one quote that has been getting me through inner child healing is, the truth will set you free, but first it'll piss you off. When you come into awakening, you realize, like, you start to really ask yourself, like, what the heck? Why did my dad do this? Why did my mom do this? Why did the adults in my life do this? You know, and you become angry and you become sad. You become sad for your younger self. You become sad for how the events in your childhood affected you as an adult. Because say you grew up with a mom who was very needy. Hey Nia, how are you? What if you grew up with a mother that was like very needy? And because children copy their parents, we're just products of our environment. We're helpless children. We do what our parents do. Then you grow up being needy and you don't know why. You don't know why you're being needy. And it's simply because we take on our parents. We don't know any better. We literally are under their control. What they tell us is right. I am good. Thank you so much for asking me. I appreciate you asking. Thank you. We are under their control. So if you had a parent that was really mean, that means that you are either going to continue to attract mean people into your life or you're mean. That's my story. So if anybody in here is from an African background or from an island background, or even I find like Asian backgrounds too. Hey Sarah, how are you? Exactly, girl. So if you come from maybe an island, African, Asian background, affection is rare. And if you got affection as a child, if you're coming from that background, you are lucky, honey. That's how I grew up. I grew up not too much I love yous, not too many hugs, not too much affection, and also just not a lot of attention. And that really hurt me in my teenage years, and even in my, even last year, it really hurt me because anytime someone would give me attention, any person that would give me attention, I would clutch onto them. And it is not, and that has hurt me for a very long time. That has hurt me, you know, being my best self, me rising up to my highest potential, because I've latched on to a lot of low frequency people. You know, people can see like, okay, this girl, she doesn't really believe in herself, or okay, this girl is a little needy. People can see that. And they will latch onto you and suck you dry, especially if you are an empath, a highly sensitive person, if you're a starseed, if you're a light worker. Girl, the world is like a jungle and you gotta have your fucking spear ready. One thing I would recommend for everyone, if you are doing your inner child healing, therapy. Therapy is going to be really helpful for you, and also following the Instagram, The Holistic Psychologist. These have been tremendous eye-openers, and one thing I was aware of in therapy, well, made aware of in therapy, is that, I got my notes here so I don't go off track, is that our parents are people before they became parents. And that is going to save you a lot of heartbreak and heartache and anger. It was last year, I heard God just whisper to me, like, your mom is a multi-dimensional person with her own trauma, her own fears, her own worries. And I was like, okay, God, whatever, thank you. God was literally getting me ready to do some intense healing work, getting to the root of why I'm insecure, or why I feel like I need attention, or why Why do I lack confidence? You know, God needed to get all of that out. But first, I had to go through those painful realizations that, hold up, my mom didn't change when she had me. Like her personality, like, and that's kind of the story of all of us. Our parents really didn't change once we came into this world. Let's remember, our parents were have their own trauma. They didn't have social media. They didn't have Instagram or YouTube. They didn't have Twitter. They didn't have like collectives like this where like-minded people where they can talk about this stuff. My mom came to America in 1980. In the 80s, no one is sitting here talking about manifestation. And if you are, you look crazy. So like Sarah said, they didn't have the tools. And that's where acceptance and forgiveness comes in. It's angering. Because you're thinking from your perspective, like, dang, if I was my mother and I had me as a child, I would be loving on me. I would be, Earth Angel, how are you? If I had me as a mother, I would be loving on me. I would be telling myself, oh my God, my girl, you're so beautiful. I got you. And that has been one of the things that I've had to do. I have had to become my own mother. Because to expect your parents to be anything other than what they are, what they were before you came to this earth, honey, is you are in for suffering. Yes, have those conversations. Yes, have those hard conversations. You know how many hard conversations I've had with my African mom? And her not taking responsibility? And me having to be like, you know what? It is okay because I would rather get it out, let you know that, you know, you fumbled sometimes in my childhood. And moving on. Moving on. Because God does not want you to be angry. God doesn't want you to have resentment. Resentment will come. Sadness will come. Anger will come as you heal. But you will not stay there. I won't let you stay there, girl. You will not stay there. Before you came to this earth, you were, hey Efia, how are you? Before you came to this earth, you were soul, connected to spirit. There was a call out to the universe. God was like, who wants to come to the third dimension? And I'm going to talk about this every single week because I want y'all to get it in your heads. Like, you said yes to coming here. God God let out the call and you answered. And before you got here, you knew what family you were going into. You knew what race you would be. You knew what sex you would be. You knew the traumas that you would endure in your life. And you still said yes. You're a G. And there's nothing, and I don't want to trigger anyone, but there is nothing that happened in your childhood that God knew at some point on the journey you were going to transmute, my love. You were going to transmute it and heal yourself and heal others. I've had deep traumas. My first trauma was at 2 years old. What? I didn't even get a chance. And that's a lot of us. We didn't even get a chance. And it makes me sad. Hey Joe, how are you? And it can make me really sad. I had a single parent working, going to school. My dad was not in the picture. So it was always just me. I'm sorry, I'm reading Earth Angel's comment. Yes. And let me tell you something. Earth Angel. That is exactly my story in a way. Because my grandmother was a very tough, oh, let me fix my hair. My grandmother was a very tough mother. And so my mom passed that on to me. It's just generational stuff, y'all. It's just generational stuff. And my grandma was a little bit mean to me in the like, because she was the one that was raising us basically. So she was sometimes mean to me until one day I told her, like, you gonna stop beating me, because this is too much. I can't take this. I ain't do nothing. I just grabbed an extra Pop-Tart. Why are you beating me? But when my grandmother's great grandchildren came in, is that how you say it? Grandchildren. Yeah, when her great grandchildren came, my grandma, so my second cousins, they're like 8. They'll come to me and tell me, oh my God, grandma was so nice. She was so sweet. And I'm like, we talk about the same grandma? Like you guys know I love my grandma. You guys know my shea butter brand is named after my grandma. So you guys know. But that's just what happens. And I know when I have my kids, my mom is going to start and Earth Angel, I'm sure I'm going to be feeling a little bit of that jealousy, because people soften. That's what I saw about my grandma. You just soften after a while. Because after a while, you're just like, can't hold on to stuff no more. It's like I always tell you guys, we are coming to go. So I feel like I got a little bit off track. But, oh my God, I got off track. But that was like that. Like I love that comment, Earth Angel, because it's true. But yes, there's nothing that you went through as a child that your soul did not know it was going to go through, and God was not going to give you more than you could handle. And this is true. I didn't know I was holding on to so much hurt and sadness, y'all. I didn't know. I knew I was sad. I knew I was angry. I couldn't find out why until I really started healing that mother wound. Going to therapy, accepting that my mom is going to be who she is for the rest of her earthly life. I can't change her. I can't change my childhood. All I can do is just be a better mom to my kids. And one thing that has helped me a lot is visualize it. And we're going to do that in today's, I almost said audition. We're going to do that in today's meditation. Is we are going to connect with our earliest childhood, like with our earliest selves. And the people that we are today, I don't even care how flawed you are. I don't care about all the fucked up shit you've done. I don't care. And God doesn't care either at all. You are awesome, amazing, beautiful. If you are here today, you are blessed. You got it. You are light. You are love. So this adult that you are today, sometimes taking time out and closing your eyes and visualizing your youngest self and visualizing a traumatic moment you had and being that adult in your mind's eye. That's what we're going to do today in today's meditation, basically, and probably next week as well. But communicating with your inner child, sometimes saying like, okay, sometimes I'll ask like little Abina, like, Abina, what do you want today? And sometimes like she'll be like chocolate chip cookies. And I'm like, okay, girl, but we trying to be, okay, Ghana borders have opened. We trying to go to Ghana in December. And we trying to be snatched. You want chocolate chip cookies? And sometimes I get chocolate chip cookies for my inner self. And sometimes I'm like, okay, girl, no. I can't listen to you today. But incorporating your inner child into your life, and it doesn't have to be every day, but your inner child never leaves. There's a reason why you're attracting certain partners. There's a reason, and it's not like our parents' fault. Like, it's not their fault, man, because they are just people who some of them are not light workers like you. They're not star seeds like you. They are not of a higher emotional intelligence like you. And sometimes we just gotta be like, oh, the ghetto. And then just love on ourselves. Sometimes I just want a hug from my mom. But that's not her love language. And that's my love language. So you know what I do? I just hug myself. And I remember that the abundant, loving God is loving on me, giving me attention. I'm loving on myself, and then I don't feel needy anymore. I don't feel sad anymore. Because sometimes our inner child, our psyche, our I wouldn't say our ego, but sometimes our inner child, our psyche, sometimes like we want outside people to do what they cannot do. And that is the biggest lesson that I have learned from healing the mother wound and inner child healing. Aww. And inner child healing is it's me. And that I think that's why God has called me to do these intuitive guided meditations, is because you really have to, like I said last week, it's really you, yourself, and you. Yes, you have family. Yes, you have friends. Yes, you have a career. Yeah. But on those lonely days where you can't call nobody, who do you got? You. I am my own mother. I am my first love. I am my best friend. When I, recently had a breakup, who was left? Me. When I realized that, okay, affection is not my mom's love language, who was left? Me. Right? It's just you. So you gotta be that love, that affection. Anything you didn't get as a child, you gotta be that for you. You can't look outside of yourself. Yes, an amazing partner is gonna come into your life and reflect your light and love and not your trauma. Let's say it. Okay. You're gonna start bringing things. The more you love on yourself and really like let those tears out from your childhood trauma, you're gonna attract from a place of light and love, and no longer from a place of trauma, of abandonment, of insecurity. You won't be attracting from that level anymore. You guys ready for the meditation? Okay, we are going to be listening to a root chakra binaural beat. Childhood, roots, stability, security. If you never felt rooted, balanced, secure as a child, your root chakra, the first chakra, is probably imbalanced, like mine was. I was able to fix it. But chakras open and close all the time. So, but foundation, right? Like I told you guys, my first trauma was at 2. So right out the gate, I was like, ooh. So yeah, we're gonna be listening to Root Chakra binaural beat. Let me get that up. All the time. So, but oops. Sorry. All right. So let's go ahead and get in a comfortable seated position or a relaxed lying down position. Go ahead and start taking those beautiful deep breaths that we always take. Inhaling, your belly comes out. Exhaling, your belly goes in. Palms up if you desire to receive, palms down if you want to ground, if you want to be grounded. We're going to go ahead and take 3 deep breaths. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. Exhale from your mouth. Another deep breath in. Exhale from your mouth. And last one, the biggest breath you've taken all day. Go ahead and take a deep breath in. Exhale all of it out. Whatever sounds that you hear around you, invite them into your meditation. Whatever thoughts come up, allow them to pass. As always, focus on your breathing and know that you are safe. Right now, imagine beautiful white and red light surrounding you, surrounding your body, bringing you balance, making you feel safe, making you feel secure, letting you know it's okay to open up. Now, in your mind's eye, imagine your youngest self, your earliest childhood memory, your earliest childhood self. Go back to as far as you can remember. How does it feel to be there? If you feel like smiling, go ahead and smile at your youngest self. If you feel angry, let it be. If you feel sad, all is well. Remember, you are surrounded by your angels. You are surrounded by white and red lights. Now imagine a version of you slightly older. See that version of you in your mind's eye. Feel that. What are you wearing? How are you feeling? Now let your youngest self and this new self hold hands. Now imagine your teenage self. Imagine how you're feeling, what you're wearing. Now let this teenage version hold the hand of both your younger version and the slightly older versions of yourself. Now envision your younger adult self. How do they feel? What's going on in their life? And have this version hold the hands of the 3 other versions of yourself. Now take the version of yourself today, standing in front of these 4 versions of yourself. Imagine a bright divine light surrounding all of you. This white light has come to heal. This white light has come to restore, to let go, to free. Open up your heart. Envision your heart opening and allowing these versions of yourself to come into your heart, where there is love, there is forgiveness, free of shame, free of guilt, free of the mistakes of others. These parts of you are always with you, but now you've given them the chance to be free, to be loved. You are the love that you've always desired. You are the love that you always needed. Everyone in your life did the best that they could. Everyone in your life did the best that they could with what they knew. And I am so sorry that you've been hurt. God sees your tears. God hears you asking, why me? It's okay. Today, let the spirit of acceptance fall upon you. Let forgiveness fall upon you. You are safe to let it out. It is safe here for you. Your inner child is safe. The previous versions of you are okay because they are with you now. And where you are is love and power, resilience, grace. Your inner child has you now. It doesn't need to look outside for anything. Your inner child has everything because it has you. You are everything. The joy that you bring to this world You can't even comprehend it. Continue to focus on your breathing. Continue to just forgive yourself. It wasn't your fault. You didn't ask for it. It was not your fault. You were a child. And I'm sorry no one protected you. And I'm sorry no one made you feel loved. But just know it's not your fault. And it wasn't your fault. You can let the pain go now. You can give it to the white and red light that surrounds you. You can give it to God now. Give it to the angels. You are good. You are a good child, and you are a good person. You are good. Don't fear feeling. Don't fear feeling. Your tears are cleansing. Decree and declare freedom. Freedom is yours for the taking. You are here by divine design. You are intentional. You matter. You are worthy. You are valuable. God is ready to give you everything that you need. Just ask. If you need to be free from resentment, ask. If you need to be free from pain, ask. Ask and it shall be given. Now continue to let this white light emanate through your heart, around your heart, and let the red light surround your tailbone area. This is around where your root chakra is, and just know that you are being cleansed and cleared. All parts of you are loved. The good, the bad, the ugly. All of them are loved. You were loved into existence. It's okay. Go ahead and come back into the room. Go ahead and take a couple deep breaths to come back into your body. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Feel free to stretch. Continue to take deep conscious breaths as we just let go. Let us just let it go. Inhaling acceptance. Exhaling resentment. Take your time. When you are ready, let's get into the Q&A conversation. Take your time. This is for you. Let me know how you guys are doing, what came up for you. Feel free to drink some water, like I'm about to do. It'll come, Earth Angel. So I definitely feel like we did some really powerful stuff today, some really beautiful stuff. And sometimes, like, it will come out later in the day, later in the week. Even I wanted to cry. So I'm sure it'll come out later. Because that just means that something had to come up. But so I do agree. The dismissive, avoidant attachment. Yeah, that's definitely me as well. And it's like, we just don't talk about the traumas. Amen, Earth Angel. Happy you came here and made space for yourself. Yeah, I just feel like sometimes it's just like hard to see yourself. Sometimes it's hard to see yourself like, because sometimes you don't even know you're being dismissive avoidant until someone's like, take this quiz. You're dismissive avoidant. And what is, I think, most important, I have been doing inner child healing and healing the mother wound since January. So it's not, like I said earlier, it's not wham bam thank you ma'am. It's not a one and done. It is a journey. And you're constantly having to remind your inner child and the adult that you are today, you're good. We are good. I know you think that we need this thing, or I know you think that it's okay to be this way, dismissive avoidant, but no. Let's try something new. Let's try something different. And you know what they always say, like, you always end up with someone that is like your parent. So, all of my life, I have dated people that were not affectionate, even though that is not my love language. 'Cause sometimes it be ingrained, y'all. Sarah, you said you're afraid to go to therapy. You don't want to tell someone your business. Are you afraid to go to therapy because you don't want someone to hear the truth? Or, and also if you're saying like you don't want like you don't want someone to know your business, was that how you were raised? Yeah, definitely. The root chakra, that's where it all starts. I grew up in a very chaotic, with a chaotic childhood. So my root chakra, see, Sareth and Earth Angel, they're like, yep, I ain't trying to tell nobody my business. Yeah, but yeah, my root chakra like never got the chance to really form. So that's why I'm grateful to God that we are in this day and age where, you know, I don't always have to go to therapy. I can just hop on YouTube or hop on Insta. And you got, okay, if you watch one of my latest videos, I talk about how like we have to stop. Earth Angel, I actually don't know if you're black or not, but I say like we need to stop saying that we're strong. Black women are strong because it's actually hurting us. If you look up the definition of strong, it means being able to withstand great pressure. What the fuck? I do not want to be able to withstand great pressure. Anyway, I encourage you guys to look at therapy from a different way. I would rather, the things that the therapist, this is what they're paid to do. They're literally a soundboard. Your friend can't help you the way a therapist can. I'm going to tell you that right now. Mother of one. I mean, Angel, I feel like that too about my daughter and my parents. I'm glad that she has a great relationship with them. So this sounds like it's a common thing. Where after a while our parents just soften. Like I was saying earlier about my grandma. The way my second cousins describe my grandma and the way I describe my grandma and the way my mother describes my grandma, three completely different people, but it's the same person, different phases of her life. We soften after a while. Yeah, I mean, what I like about therapy is that it took me 2 or 3 sessions before I finally broke down. And my therapist was like, okay, I'm happy to see the real you. Because this like strong woman thing, it feels like it's a disservice because we are human beings. We are spiritual beings. Spiritual beings are meant to be vulnerable and to cry and to be mad and to be angry and to feel. Feeling is human. And when we think we're not supposed to feel, we're blocking that energy. Yeah, my therapist is black. I don't play. Yeah, no. Of course, you are 100% allowed to have the therapist that you desire. My therapist is faith-based black, a faith-based black woman. Yeah, see, that's the thing with therapy. It is eye-opening because you'd be like, "Hmm? That's me? Oh, okay. Let me do a little cleanup then." That's why I say, like, when you know something is wrong and your friends can't fix it, a man or a lover can't fix it, a job can't fix it, blessings keep coming at you and you're still unhappy, honey, that means that you need some counseling. And as I speak to you, I speak to myself. Counseling and also deeper, deeper connection with God. Rupan, I guess I'm afraid of being judged. You'll be judged by your family. You'll be judged by your friends. You'll be judged by people on social media. The person that will not judge you is the therapist because she don't know you from Ham or Sam. That's the thing. And I'm not trying to force you to go to therapy, Sarah. I'm not trying to, do anything, but I just want you to know that it will bless your life. And I found my therapist through Black is it called Black Girl Therapy? Therapy for Black Girls. I think something like that. Y'all can just Google it. But Therapy for Black Girls, that's how I found my therapist. She was right near me. Now, she's a little expensive. So that's the other thing is like money. But there's a new website that you just pay $28 a month for, I think, 12 therapy sessions or something like that. And I actually want to sign up for that. What is it called, though? I don't remember what it's called. If you guys rewatch this, or just DM me if you're interested in what it's called, I'll find the name for you. But I think sometimes, like, we forget. That's why sometimes it's challenging because it's like you have your human and then you have your being. And it's like your human, it's like your being is who you really are. There is no past, there is no present, there is no future. It's not Talkspace. No, it's ran by women and it's for BIPOCs. Ran by BIPOCs for BIPOCs. But if you're interested, just message me on Instagram. I can't remember what it's called. But the human is like our avatar, right? Like Mariam Hasna says it perfectly all the time. She teaches us perfectly. Like the being doesn't know trauma. It only knows love. It only knows light. It only knows present moment. Our human is the one that has like that has resentment, that has jealousy, that has all of that stuff. But that's why it's like the more we tap into our being, the less we feel that resentment and stuff. But I think we have to accept that in the healing process, we're going to be human AF, okay? We're going to be human AF. And that's okay. And that's where, for sure, I totally get that, Sarah. And that's where it's like, I think it's important to heal, but I know that, if you meditate enough, you will surpass that and you will transcend that. So it's like a happy medium, you know. We've got about 5 minutes left, so does anyone have any questions? Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. If you have any questions, thank you for all the divine donations. Thank you so much. My Cash App is BeenieTV. My Venmo is BeenieTV. Thank you guys for showing up every single Sunday. I think of Sarah is my sim. Oh my god, I love The Sims. Okay, Sarah, I'm mad at you. Because now you done brought up The Sims. And now because I'm a simaholic, now I gotta play The Sims today. Why you bring up The Sims? No, just kidding. Yeah, I think that's where I'm getting to. I am ending my Saturn's return in December, and that's where I'm getting to. I think I had a very, very emotionally tough week this week, and I have finally come to this clarity that it's like, okay, and I thank God for that. It's just me and God and focusing on me, my relationship with God. All knowing, all seeing, all loving God. And we have to remember Chantel. Hey Chantel. She's like, I gotta check on my Sims today. Oh God, y'all, I'm gonna be playing The Sims today. There's no way around it. Someone done, like Chantel done mention The Sims. Now I got to play. When it comes down to it, like, it's just, I don't know what I was saying before, but it's really just you and God, you know? And really like developing that relationship and deepening that relationship, kind of like Sarah said, like aligning herself and meditating and really getting to know your higher being and just remembering that I think this week I was like, I accept that I'm on the third dimension and that there's not a lot of people like us in the world. There's not a lot of like-minded, open-hearted people like us in the world. Sometimes that can be a very isolating experience. I think it's really important to look at our childhoods, no matter how painful it is, because it will help us to uncover and unlock a lot of reasons of why we do what we do. Because sometimes you can meditate all day and then you go to Target and someone does something to you, that your inner child be like, out. Okay? Your inner child comes out. You feel threatened. You feel like you have to be on defense. That's what happens also when your root chakra is not, if you don't live in a home of consistency and constant, I would just say positivity and love, you grow up feeling like on edge. This is where anxiety comes from. This is where nervous energy comes from. Especially like if you got beat a lot, you know, like this is where that stuff roots from. So if you look at your childhood, you'll be able to see and say, okay, this was trauma. Especially if you're a sensitive person, if you're an empath, if you had a parent that always yelled at you, that could be the root of your anxiety. And it's hard to look at your childhood and say, damn, that sucks. I haven't watched Super Soul Sunday in a minute. Is it still on TV? Let me know. But I like, and that's the thing though, right? It's like we're doing all of these things, but when we get to the root, when we get to the childhood, when we look at our past, I think that does more healing. Because how often are you going to be at Target when someone triggers you and says, okay, let me remember what Deepak Chopra said. Like, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. Yeah, amen, Chantel. Thank you for calming down. And that's what meditation does. Scientifically, meditation does calm you down. Yeah, and Earth Angel, thank you. Keyword slowly. This is slow, y'all. Like I tell you guys all the time, my first spiritual awakening was when I was like 20. I'm 31. Okay? It's been a minute. It has been a minute, and I stay fumbling, and I stay messing up, and I stay asking, Lord, why you bring me to this ghetto? And then through meditation, through prayer, I remember, oh yeah, I'm divinely aligned. Oh yeah, I am a star seed. Oh yeah, I'm here to uplift the collective consciousness, you know, and human being, that balance. But I'm proud of you, Chantel, for calming down. And also, it's about asking yourself, who is triggered? Who is triggered? Is my divine being triggered? My divine being is in a higher place. It don't even care about what this person just said to me. Who is triggered? Is it the little girl that's in me that feels like everyone is out to get her? Me too, Sarah. Me too. Like I said, this week I had such an intense emotional week. It felt like the negative thoughts were just coming, bombarding me, bombarding me, bombarding me. And every time I would try to combat it with positivity or come up for air, it felt like waves of negativity were crashing on me. Sometimes it'd be like that. And then I was just like, okay, you know what? Jesus! Come and get these negative thoughts. Okay? You are not ever who you were yesterday. Yeah. And I think personally for me, my ego has to remember that. That's something that my ego has to remember. I am not the Four Loko drinking New York City chick that I was when I was 21. Yep, Sarah, yep. One thing I'm so grateful that my ex-boyfriend taught me, because his energy was so heavy. Earth Angel, I need to be more like you, because I don't remember how far I've come. And that causes me to put pressure on myself, and that causes me to beat myself up. So that's going to be my intention for the week, is to remember how far I've come. So thank you so much for writing that. But that's something that my ex-boyfriend taught me, is knowing my own energy. Because as I claim to be an empowered empath, because his energy was so heavy and sad that I would feel his energy and I would be like, okay, wait, Jesus, no, 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 no. My energy is light and love and calm. Bring me back to my energy. Bring me back to my home frequency, as Miriam Husna says. And I come right back to who I am. So yeah, being an empath and taking on people's energy is real. But to know your home frequency. And that's why I said during the meditation, asking you shall receive. Yeah, girl. Don't let, like Erica Badu says, don't let this Palo Santo and Sage and singing sound bowls fool you, honey. I was crazy. Okay, I was out here in these New York City streets. Okay, drunk, dancing on tables, jumping on cars. Y'all don't know my life. Okay, let's talk about how far people have come. Okay, my friends don't even know how to connect with me anymore because I'm not that. I'm not that no more. And just Earth Angel, thank you, because that's going to be my intention for the week, is look at how far you've come. And I'm happier. I'm realizing that I think through this healing, there is happiness for me. Yeah, there is happiness for me. Okay, I have to pee. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I will see you next Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Next week, I think we might do like a mother wound healing or inner child, but I will let God let me know what God would have us speak next week. Again, I appreciate y'all for taking time out for yourself today. Eat well today. Take a delicious bath. Take a meditative shower. Sleep early. Play The Sims. Watch something that just brings you joy. Please take time for yourself for the rest of the day. I love you guys so much. I look forward to this every single Sunday. Thank you again. Invite your friends next week. And love and light. And I will connect with you guys next week. Have blessed, amazing, beautiful weeks. And whatever wants to come up, let it come up. Don't fight it.